So, greed is an issue with me right now for some reason. Not with me personally, just let me go ahead and give you an example. This is what I don't understand about corporate America. I go in tonight to purchase buy one, get two free on steaks. The only reason that they do this in the first damn place is because the meat has been sitting around for a while. It'll come up for expiration eventually, and they need to move some product. It's a nice idea for the consumers. They're still profiting, okay? But they're not profiting as much as they would. So it's limit one per customer, right? I go through, of course, I have quite a few. The manager will let me purchase two of this. If not, then I have to get other consumers in line. And luckily, there were some very nice people that were willing to purchase these steaks for me. But here's what I don't understand: the sale ends Wednesday. Today's Monday evening. Uh, why not go ahead and just sell it? You can come in tomorrow or at a separate time and buy it. It's just per transaction. Why not even do a different transaction? And it's the goddamn greed behind it. Okay, your profit margin isn't as high uh, at that particular sale. But the thing is even though you're working off of a smaller profit margin, you're moving such a huge volume of product, you're making twice as much money. It's creating a demand in the market when things go on sale. That's why they do it. The greater volume sales, greater profit over time. Happy customers, customer retention. If the lady would have let me purchase all my meat instead of having to get other people to do this, I would have definitely been happier with the store and probably shopped there more often because of the way I was treated. So I just don't get why so many people focus on these high profit margins and they don't drop the prices to help the consumers, especially with the economy, and move volume. It doesn't make sense to me. So my other big issue lately that I'm having that I'm very upset about is this Monsanto crap, okay? The GMO Act, right? Really, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I will tell you this, okay? I think essentially what's happening is population control, and they're doing it from the root. You can't tell me that these corporations don't have an idea of what type of health effects this is going to have on the consumer market. And who's actually gearing this up, right? If you go to monsanto.com or whatever, look at the company. It owns a bunch of pesticides, weed killer corporations, everything else. I mean, you can fully review this. What they have their hands into on the other portion, it's night and day. It just makes sense when you look at it. But I think the government, to some degree, is trying to do population control and help Big Pharma. Now, what does Big Pharma have to do with this? You're probably asking yourself. Well, it's mandatory to have health care at this point in time. If not, you get charged money. You get a kickback on the scripts and sales of drugs from these large pharmaceutical companies that have to pay heightened taxes and everything else and corporate taxes. Why not start to create diseases in the beginning from the foods that these consumers eat on a daily basis? Now you come in, you're a young child, you grow up with this disease, that disease, whatever else. I can start writing you scripts as a doctor. Pharmaceutical companies are moving through twice as many drugs to consumers. Healthcare costs continue to go up. More people have healthcare coverage, and it's just one big vicious circle. So I don't know. I don't see why people don't see it, uh, and why somebody isn't doing more about it. I mean, I myself have started to try to see what I can go ahead and do and maybe put together. I'm not going to go on record with my ideas, but educate yourself. Be aware of what's going on uh, in your world, especially whenever it comes to products that you actually have to consume that are going to affect your life, health, family, and future. So, you know, take the time. Have a wonderful night.